Hello everyone, welcome to the Practically Live classes. A very good evening to all of you. So this is Jilan Ahmed and today we are going to study, okay, the sixth session of Python programming. Okay, so this is the sixth session. Those who have missed the previous 5 sessions, you can watch this recorded video on the YouTube on our channel. So before starting the session, let me give a brief introduction about the Practically. So Practically is India's first experiential learning app for class 6 to 12 that enables you STEM learning through immersive videos, interactive simulations, and augmented reality. Okay, so basically it is a one-stop solution for all your learning needs. So the hands-on learning app bridges the gap between the theoretical learning and the practical application. So what you learn in the theoretical learning, okay, that will be converted into the practical application here at the Practically app. So by providing a various features like Practical app provide you lifelike video content, experiential learning, augmented reality learning, interactive simulations, online live classes for various subjects, and coding classes. So Practically also helps you in preparing your study plan, okay, with the help of this AI assisted learning. So this is about the Practically. So what are you waiting for? Okay, those who have not installed the Practically app yet, so kindly install the Practically app and start learning. Okay. So this is an announcement for you people how to earn XPs and win rewards, right? So those who have registered for any course on the Practically app, you can earn XPs, XP points, and you can claim rewards, various gift rewards on the Practically app. So this can be done by performing various learning activities on the Practically app. Okay. So on the profile section in the Practically app, you will find this screen on the left hand side. This 750 XPs. Okay, these XPs indicate your balance. Okay, XP points. So using these XP points, you can claim these rewards. That is, you can claim a notebook, you can claim a water bottle, steel water bottle, you can claim pen. Okay, a laptop backpack, and there are some packages also: 1 month legend package, superhero package, and the hero package. And you can also claim the t-shirts of various size and caps, Practically t-shirts and Practically cap. Okay, so these are the rewards. Okay, you can claim, but you have to earn the XPs for that. How you can earn the XPs? By performing the various learning activities on the Practically app. Okay, so this is the one of the example how you can earn the XPs. So if you can chat with any of your friend on the Practically app, you will get 1 XP point. Okay, and if you give the feedback about our app, about our class, then you will get the 10 XP point. Okay, and if you attend any live classes, okay, or you attend any quiz, any game, or any practice set of questions, okay, then you will get 30 XP point. Okay, so and if you challenge or you attend any seek help session, or you can, if you challenge any of your friend on the Practically app, then you will earn 50 XP point. And if you attend any personal session of scheduled by our mentor or the customer engagement agent, then you will get 150 XP points. So these are the various XP points activities. Okay, and if you refer our app, our Practically app, with any of your friend, both you and your friend both will get the 200 XP point. And if you use our Practically app continuously for 10 consecutive days, then you will get 50 XP point as bonus. So this is about the announcement. Okay, now we are going to start the today's class. So in the previous class we have learned about the conditional statements. Okay, so what is if statement, what is if else statement, and how to use them, okay, in various certain conditions. And we have seen also about the list also. Okay, what is list and how to use the list, how to perform the various operations on the list. Now today's session is about the looping and the iterations. Okay, so in today's session we are going to learn what is for loop, how to use the for loop, and what is while loop and how to use the while loop. Okay, by performing the various hands-on activities, practice activities. Okay, so what is the looping? Okay, what is the looping? So performing anything again and again, doing anything again and again in a loop repeatedly. Suppose I'm running again and again, I'm eating again and again. Okay, I'm writing the same line of text again and again. Is called a loop. Okay, doing a particular task continuously, repeatedly. Okay, that thing is known as a looping. So why computers are so much powerful? Okay, looping is one of the reasons that computers are so much powerful. Okay, so looping is a very powerful technique. Okay, it's a very powerful concept. With the help of looping, computer can execute a work repeatedly. Okay, repeatedly. Computer never tired. With the help of loop, computer going to execute a task again and again and again and again. Okay, whatever the input you have given, whether computer will execute the same set of tasks 100 times, 10,000 times, 1 lakh times. Okay, whatever the input you give to the computer system, computer will perform that work in that number of times. Computer will never get tired. Okay, so this thing possible with the help of loop only. So a loop is a special kind of programming statement or block which execute a block of code repeatedly. This is the definition of loop. A loop is a special kind of programming statement which execute a block of code repeatedly. Block of code means a set of code repeatedly. Okay. So like all other programming language, Python also contains two famous types of loops. Okay, one is for loop, another is while loop. With the help of these two loops, Python are going to execute the task repeatedly. Repeatedly, what are the number we given to the computer system? In that number of time, that code is going to be executed repeatedly. So we are going to learn first. We are going to see what is a for loop. Okay, what is a for loop? So you can see it's an infinite symbol. Okay, doing anything continuously. Okay, suppose you are riding a bicycle. Okay, so crossing this thing. Okay, again and again, repeating the same task in a looping manner. Okay, continuously, repeatedly. This is called a loop. We have executed some of the code and learning the turtle programming. Okay, we have seen some of the examples while learning the turtle programming, some of the examples of for loop and some of the examples of while loop also. Now we are going to work with the same kind of loop with the strings and the numbers. Okay, so for loop is a loop which tells a block of code how many number of times that block of code is going to be executed. This is the work of for loop. The input which we were giving, suppose I want to print welcome to practically 10 times. I know the output 10 times. So if I know how many times I want to print this thing or how many times I want to do a particular task, if I know the number already, then in that situation we can use the for loop. If I know how many times I'm going to do this task repeatedly, if I want to print 1,000 copies of a image, okay, so then in that situation I can use the for loop because I know the output number is 1,000. If I do not know what is the output number, okay, then in that situation we can use the while loop. Okay, that I will explain you later. Okay, so for loop are going to be used in a situation when we know the output numbers how many times. Okay, this thing you remember. Okay, so famously we can use the for loop famously with example of with the data type of list. With list we can use the for loop. In that we can print single element, each and every element of a list again and again. Okay, so let us, I will show you, this is the example, I will show you how to execute this. Okay, so first of all we have to declare a list. Okay, suppose I am declaring a list of numbers like 1 to 10. Okay, so now I want to display this one, I want to execute this one. Okay, I want to execute this one, I want to print this list element one by one in each line. Okay, So here I can use the for loop because I know the output. Okay, there are 10 elements in the list. Okay, there are 10 list items. So I can execute this one. So can anyone tell me what will be the code that I have to write? What is the syntax of for loop here? Can anyone tell me in the chat? Okay, talent show, as I see you have recommended to your friend. Okay, our moderator will comment on this. So can anyone tell me what will be the code here? Okay, for I. Okay, I can take either either X. Okay, anything for I in not range. Okay, we have already defined a data type here. Data type is list. Okay, not range. Okay, so what I'm going to type means here list, because I already have a data type. I already have 10 numbers, 1 to 10. If I do not have a list, then I can work with the range. Okay, I will work with the range also in the later. Okay, later. Now for I in list, list here, list represent a data type. Okay, which is already defined here, 1 to 10. So now colon. Okay. Now for printing, which statement I have to use? Yeah, good evening, Rahul Kumar. Which statement I have to use for printing? Print I. Now if I press enter, okay, you see I got 10 numbers, 1 to 10. Each element of list is printed one by one in a line. Okay, this I is linked with each number. First, it will print this line. After that, this number. After that, it will print 2. After that, it will print 3. So, as I know, for loop is going to print each and every element of list. So, I can do this without using list also with the help of range function. Okay, so I can do the same. I can print the same thing for I in range. In the range I have to define the number. Okay, up to which number I have to print. Okay, so that thing I can give the input here. Suppose if I give 30, okay, as told by the Natraj. Okay, so the output that I will get is, okay, if I type here print of I. Okay, so each number is going to be printed, okay, one in a line, okay, up to 29, because in range function it will start from 0. Okay, you can see here it is started from the 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So okay, 1 to 3 and so on. So the work of for loop is to do any task repeatedly. Okay, so similarly if I want, I can print 1000 number also with a single line of code for I in range, okay, of 1000. If I type this, not 100, okay, of, let's start from 0. It is starting from the 0, no? So 0 to 1000. So if I type this thing in, if I print I here, okay, so what it will happen means it will print numbers from 0 to 1000. So let us see. Okay, it is printing number from 0 to 1000. Okay, it is very fast. Okay, compared to us, if we take a copy and pen, if I start writing, it will take much more time, but computer will print in a matter of second also. Okay, you can see all numbers are printed just in it, two lines of code, two lines of code. So what computer did here means, see here, what computer did means, if I want to print a number, okay, like if I use this one and print, okay, it will print 1. It will print 2. So doing this 1,000 times, okay, I am writing a single for loop with the help of range function and printing 1,000 line is better, right? So this is the power of for loop. Using for loop, we can execute a task repeatedly, okay, repeatedly, okay. Now we can work with the strings also, okay. Now we have worked with the numbers. Now we can work with the string also. So how means for I in, suppose there is a string I mention here, welcome. Now I want to print each letter of this welcome string, each letter of this welcome string. W in a single line, I E in a single line, L in a single line. Okay, so I can print this one like this. Welcome. Okay. So for loop is repeatedly executing the same thing. Okay, first it will print the W, then I will move to the E, then it will print the E. Again, print statement is for L. Again, print statement work for C. Again, print statement execute for O. Again, print statement execute for M. And again, print statement executed for E. So like this, each in a single line. Okay. Yeah. So any doubt in the for loop? Sir, we are writing for I in range, but range is not in a list. Yeah, Natraj. Range, okay. Range is a function in which we can define the start and ending point or either a single line. See here, for I in range, working with list is different, working with the range is different, Natraj. Okay, for I in range, okay, in range we can pass the values to define the starting point and the ending point. Okay, suppose I define 0 as the starting point and 11 as the ending point. 0 and 11. Okay, now, okay, wait, I forget this column. Okay, 0 is starting point, 11 is ending point, and a column. Okay, now if I print I, okay, I will get the numbers within this specific range only, 0 to 11. Okay, there is no list here. Working with list is different, working with range is different, not right. Okay, so now again I can give the third input. I can pass the third value in the range function. How means for I, for x in range 0 is starting, okay, is starting, and stopping is 101. Here you can see start is 0, stop is 101, and you can see third argument step. Okay, step means how many distance you want, how many steps you want between these two numbers. Okay, suppose I want to print 10 numbers. Okay, I want to print 10 numbers with separation of 10 values. Okay, if I print like this, I can print 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 with a distance of 10, with a gap of 10 numbers. Okay, this 10 indicates we are taking a gap of 10 number after printing every number. Okay, so if I execute this one, I will get numbers from 0 to 100 with a gap of 10. You can see 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like this. So we can give three input, we can give three input to the range, we can give two input to the range. Here there is a two input, we can give one input to the range. Depending upon our requirement, we can give, oh, okay, it is gone up. Okay, leave that. So we can give one input, we can give two input, we can give three input to the range function. Depending upon our requirement, we can give any input to the range function. Yes. Nataraj, you got it? Yeah. Now we have worked with the strings, we have worked with the numbers, okay, with the help of for loop. Okay, so with the help of for loop, we have seen the how to draw the turtle graphics also. Okay, so to draw the turtle graphics, like we have worked like this: import turtle as t. Okay, import turtle as t. Now t forward, t dot forward is equals to 200. Okay, first we will take one for loop. Okay, for I in range of 4, just take 4. Okay, then t dot forward 100, then t dot right. So what will the output of this code? Can anyone tell me? We have worked with this. Okay, Nataraj and Rahul, what will be the output of this code? We have worked with this, right, in the previous class. Import turtle as t. Okay, for I in range 4 means the loop is going to be executed 4 times. Okay, t dot forward means turtle will move 100 steps in whichever the direction the turtle is facing, and after that turtle will move 90-degree to the right side. Okay, the output is square. Okay, good, Nataraj. So let us execute this one. Okay, this is the square that we got. Okay, the output will be the square that we will get if we run this code. Okay, where it is. Yeah, so the thing here is what I want to explain you people is this for loop is executed 4 times. Okay, so if I do not use for loop here, I have to write these 2 lines of code 4 times. Okay, so using the for loop I can avoid writing the repeated lines of code. Okay, good. So now the another type of loop that we are going to learn today is the while loop. Okay, here are some of the examples. Okay, uh, that I'm going to upload this PPT to the Practically app. What you people you do means take these examples and practice on your own. Okay, here the code is already available and the answers are also available. Okay, here in this PPT. So like we have printed the strings. Okay, we have printed the characters out of a string. We can break a string and print each character in a string using this example. Okay, so this PPT I'm going to upload on the Practical app. Use this to practice. Okay, these are for your practice. Okay, another important thing, this is how the flowchart of for loop work. Okay, so this is the flowchart. Flowchart indicates how the program control will flow. How the control will flow means you are going in a somewhere. What will be the your flow? What will be the your way of going? Okay, the flowchart indicates that how the control will move from one point to the another point. So here, whenever the program start executing the code, it will come here. Whenever it encounter the for loop, it will come here and it will check item from the sequence, how many number of times you want to print it. It will check. Okay, and it will execute this. Okay, what will the body? Suppose there is a print I. The loop body indicates what was the statement that we want to execute below code. Okay, so in case of numbers, it is like print I. Whenever you are working with graphics, it will be t dot forward. Okay, t dot right. Okay, these are the statements. So these are things comes under the loop body. Okay, so here are the sequence that how many number of times that we want to print, and here is the loop of the body, means this is the main code of the loop. So after that, once it is executed, suppose the input is for 4 times or 10 times. So if the for loop printed that thing 10 times, So after that, what will happen? After that, the program control will come out of that loop and will continue with the other lines of code in the program. So here, from here, it will come out of the loop from here, and it will continue with the other lines of code in the program, whatever the program are there. Maybe it will be the another if statement or another for loop or another while loop or another function, whatever it may be. So first it will complete this loop, execution of this loop 10 times or 4 times or whatever the number is there. Then it will continue with the other lines of code. Okay. So did you understand this flow chart of for loop? You people have any doubt about the flow chart of for loop, how it is going to execute? So if we give for I in range 0, 10 to, what will happen in the turtle? Okay. So it is depending upon whatever the statement you're writing in the turtle. In the turtle, in the loop body, what you are going to write, whether you want in which value you are giving as the input, whether you are giving forward, left. Okay, these are the things. So you can test it out by writing those statements. This is just you are defining the for loop. You are not defining the bottom body. Okay, so you type and you can check, because we have worked with the graphics in 2 sessions. Okay, so yeah, we can work with the for loop with the help of numbers also, and we can execute with the help of strings also. Now there's another example when we are working with the numbers. Okay, I want to tell you, suppose this is a list. We can perform calculation also with the help of loop, and it is very easily. Okay, suppose this is a list of 5 elements. Okay, this is a list of 5 elements. Now what I want is I want to add some number to this list of elements. 1 2 3 4 5 5 numbers are there in a list name is list only. Okay, now I want to add some numbers to this list. So how can I add that? For I in range, for I in list, not range, because there is already list here. Okay, we have already defined a list here. For I in list, now what I want is to each of this element I want to add a number. Okay, so how can I add? I can just print I can just type I. Now whatever the number that I want to add, I can add by using the plus operator, and I can close the bracket. Okay, this is the thing. Now to this number, every number 2 will be added and will become another list. So instead of 2, let us just add 10. So now the list will become 1 2 3 4 5. Instead of this one, the list will become 11 12 13 14 and 15. This is the output. Okay, 11 12 13 14 and 15. So if I press enter, I will get this list 11 12 13 14 and 15. This is how I can add the numbers to an already existing list, right? So in the same way, if I want to multiply each of this element with some number, I can do this. For I in list, okay, print I star I, print I star I. Now what will the output? You are going to comment in the chat. What will the output I will get if I execute this statement? If I execute this code, what will be the output that I will get? Hello, don't discuss in the chat. What you need to do means you need to comment the answer. Don't discuss with you. Okay, so yeah, Natraj, yeah, 1 star 1, 2 star 2, 3 star 3, 4 star 4, 5 star 5. What will the output number that I will get if I execute this code? Rahul, you can comment in the chat. What will be the output? Yeah, the output that I will get is square of each number. Okay, 1 1 2 4, 2 will be converted to the 4, 3 will be converted to the 9, 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 4, 16, and 5 into 5, 25. Let us press the enter. Okay, see. So what I will get means I will get square of each number, I star I. Okay, yeah. This is the easiest way to work with the numbers. Okay, and this is very interesting also. Okay, yeah, good. So this is about how you can work with the for loop. Yeah, we can work with a group of atom with the help of range function. Okay, we have seen this one. Now these are the exercises for you. Okay, you can try all these things. Okay, I'm going to upload this PPT. How we are going to execute these things. Okay. Now come to the next loop, that is the while loop. Okay. So in while loop, what we are going to do means we are going to define a condition. We are going to set a condition. As long as that condition is true, as long as that condition is true, the below code of line will be executed. And as the condition is failed, the execution of that line, that code will be stopped. This is the concept of for loop. We will set a condition. On the basis of that condition only, the lines of code are going to be executed. Okay. Once that condition is failed, okay, the lines of code will be executed. The execution of lines of code will be stopped. Okay, this is how you can understand. While true, okay, while true, while is a keyword here. Okay, and we define a Boolean condition. That condition will result in true or that condition will result in false. There is no third way. Okay, either it will result in true or either it will result in false. As long as the condition is true, the computer will execute the lines of code. As the condition is failed, the computer will stop executing that thing. This is the concept of while loop. And what happens in the for loop? In the for loop, there is no condition. We have to just give a number, how many times that we want to print that thing. How many times we want to execute that line of code. We know the number there. But here we do not know the number. Here we know a condition. As long as the condition is true, that lines of code is going to be executed. As long as the condition is failed, okay, that line of code will stop executing. This is the simple concept. Okay. So now we will set a condition here. On the basis of that condition only, that thing is going to be executed. Okay. You're not getting voice clearly. Now you're getting voice clearly. No, wait. So I think now it is clear. Are you getting the voice now clearly? Okay, you can just watch the session. Okay, just see what I'm explaining, what I'm doing. Okay, what I'm typing in the code. Okay, I think there's a problem in the mic. So I'm going to execute these while lines of code here. Okay, open your window here. So how we can define the, how we can work with the while loop. Okay. So first of all, we have to define a variable. Whenever we are working with the while loop, means we have to define a variable. Suppose I is equals to 0. Okay, this is the variable I is equal to 0. Now I have to set one condition here. Okay, the condition is y. So y is a keyword. Okay, and the condition is suppose I is less than 10. This is the condition. This is a simple condition. Okay. Now when I is less than, okay, this is the condition. Till that condition is reached, I want to print I. Okay, I want to print I. Then I have to add one increment statement here. I is equals to I plus 1. This is the increment statement. Okay. So first what it will do means, I will take one new file and execute. Explain it. First what it will do means, it will print 0. Because I value is set to 0. Okay, it will print 0. After that, it will check whether 0 is less than 10 or not. Yes, it is less than 10. So result is 2. Okay. So after that, this 1 plus 1, this statement is going to be executed. I is equals to I plus 1. This statement is going to be executed. Okay. So what is I here? I is 0. And again, I is 0 only. Plus 1 is getting added. Result is 1. Okay. So 1 will be printed here. 1 will be printed here. Okay. Then again it will check. The condition is checked whether 1 is less than 10 or not. No, it is less than 10. Okay. 10 is greater than 1. So the result is, the result of condition is true only. Okay. So again, this code of this line, this increment line is executed. How? The I is already 1 here. Okay. 1 equals to, what is I? I is again 1 plus 1. The result is 2. Then 2 will be printed here. And 2 will be checked whether 2 is less than 10 or not. Yes, 2 is less than 10. Then it is true. Right? After that, what it will happen? 2 is here, I is 2. Okay. Then I is 2 only, then plus 1, then equals to 3. And again, 3 will be printed. And 3 will be checked whether 3 is less than 10. Yes, 3 is less than 10. 2. So on. Okay. So on. This step will be repeated. So till it will get 10. Yes. Now 10 is less than 10. Now 10 is not less than 10. 10 is equal to 10. So it is false. Here the loop will stop. Okay, here the loop will stop. Right? So let us execute this. Okay, you can see 0 to 9 numbers are going to be printed. Why? Because we have set the condition here. The condition is while I is less than 10. Okay. So until and unless this condition is true, that number of time this loop is going to be executed. Okay. And this is how, this is the background. This is the background of how while loop is work. This is the background. This thing won't show us. Okay. This will be performed in the computer system. This thing won't show us. Okay. Only this thing will we can see us. But this is the logic, how it works in the background. Okay, fine. So now this is the flowchart of while loop. Okay, this is the flowchart of while loop. How the while loop is going to be worked. First, the condition is going to be tested. If condition is true, the statement is executed and it will repeat. And again, if condition is true, again this will execute and it will repeat. And condition is true, again it will execute and condition will be checked. If the condition is false, then it will come out of this loop and continue with some other statement, whatever there in the program. Okay. So first of all, the condition is going to be checked. Then the code is going to be executed. This is the logic of while loop. Clear everyone? You got the logic of while loop? Okay. Follow flowchart. Yeah, I will explain it. Okay. So this is the flowchart of for loop. Okay. In the for loop, whenever the control reach the for loop here. So first it will check the item. Okay, what are the item from the sequence are? Okay, whether we are asking to print it for one time or in a range or for a group of item or for a list data type for which data type. Okay, it will check the item from the sequence. Okay, what are the sequence that we have given? It will check and it will execute in that number of times. Suppose there are 10 and item sequence that we are given of from list 1 to 10. So that's item will be checked here. Okay, the 10 items will be checked here and will be executed. Next item. Okay, and then once the sequence is reached to a specific point, then it will come out of the sequence. Okay, and what is the sequence? Sequence is any expression that we give here. Okay, so this is the expression that we give with the help of sequence. Okay, so suppose this is the for and this is the iterator. In the iterator, we define whether it is a X or I or anything. Okay, in is a keyword, for is a keyword, in is a keyword. Here in the group of items, we can define list, we can define range, we can define anything. Okay, we can define a string. Okay, we can define anything. So in this situation, this for loop is going to be executed. It is iterate for the number of times, 10 times, 9 times, 3 times. Okay, you got it, Nataraj? So the in for loop, the iterator is what type of variable? Yeah. Here we are not defining it as a variable. Okay. Here we are defining this as a we can say it's a dynamic variable. Okay. Whenever we are working with numbers, the iterator will consider for that numbers. Okay. Whenever we are working with the strings, the iterator assumes it's a string variable. Whenever we are working with the numbers, the iterator will assume as a number variable. Okay, there is no specific particular type of variable here. Just we are defining for x directly, for I directly. Yeah, so this is another example of how we can use the while loop to execute a set of strings. Okay, with the help of while loop. So we have executed this previously also. Okay, so we have set a condition count is less than equal to 5. Sorry, only less than 5. So we can increase count is equal to count plus 1 and then we can execute the statement. Welcome to the practical. So similarly, if we change 5 to 10, so welcome to practically we execute for 10 times. So I will show you. Yeah. Yes, you people have any doubt till now? Natraj. Okay, good. So in the pattern programming, we executed one pattern. Okay, I think you remember it. Okay, I will execute that thing in a different fashion. Okay, with the help of while. Suppose a is equal to 5, we are declaring first a variable. Okay, we have imported capital as t and we declare a is equal to 5, a variable. Now while a is less than 200, okay, suppose this is the number, while a is less than 200. Now t dot forward of a. A is, what is a? A is 5 and that a we have given as an input forward. Okay, we have given a as an input to the forward statement. So it will start from 5. It will start from 5. Now we have to increase it. For increasing, we have to set an expression. And it will execute till a is equal to 90, 199. Means a is less than 200. We are starting a is equals to 5 and we want it to execute until a is less than 200. Okay? And t dot right 90. Now we have to set an expression here to increase a, to increase the value of a. Right? So we can set any expressions here. Suppose a is equals to a plus 2. Yes, Nataraj? Yeah, while true, while false. So instead of while true, is there any function like while false? Yes. Here it is like we have to set a condition here for executing while loop. Without condition, we cannot execute the while loop. Okay. So if we set while true and we just type print, that will go to the infinite loop because condition is always true. And that will we go to the infinite. Okay, infinite means there is no stopping. That line of code will be printed infinite number of times. There is no number, and we have to stop manually. Okay, now see this one. When I execute this code, what will happen? Okay, we are printing this thing now. Okay, these are the squares, which is 90 degree. Okay, the turtle is moving 90 degree to the right side and it has started when a is equals to 5. It will print the same thing. It will draw the line of same thing when a is reached to 200. Okay. Yeah. So this square box is previous square box, not us. Okay. Not from this code. So if I delete this one, now see, I will execute same code. A is already there. Okay. While a is less than 200, t dot forward a, t dot right 90. 90 means the right angle triangle. Okay. A is equals to a plus 2. We are increasing a every time with 2 plus 2 only. Okay. If I change to 5, that will also go. Okay. But we will get some bigger pattern. Okay. There will be gap between the pattern. Okay. Some bigger gap. So you can see this one also. Make this more. Okay. it is not executed. Let me define A is equals to 5. Import turtle as T. A is equals to 5. While A is less than 200. T forward of A and T right of 90. And then A is equals to A plus 5 or 200. Terminator and 5. I think it is already running. That's why we got this error, because somewhere IDL is already running. So let me exit this and we'll take another IDL. Yeah. Import turtle as T. A is equals to 5. While A is less than 200. T dot forward A. T dot right 90. A is equals to A plus 2. Yeah, now we got the output, right? Previously it was running in the background. Okay, so there was already one program was running and we run the another program, so that's why it got terminated. Okay, so this is the output that we are getting using the while loop. Okay, so initially A value is 5. With every iteration, okay, every line of code, A is increasing by 2. Okay, it will increase till it is reaches to A is equal to 199. Once it is reaches to A is equals to 200, it will stop there. Okay. If you want to check whether A is equal to 200 or not, you can check it by executing the A. How? Okay. We have to move T dot forward. Okay. Or yeah, T dot forward to 200. Then this turtle will move to the 200 steps. See here. T dot forward to 200. Okay, now the turtle is here. When it press enter, turtle will move to the 200 steps to this side. Okay, it will reach to the this side. So you can assume this is it. This line contains of 200 pixel length. Okay, if I press enter here, now you can see turtle is moved. Okay, turtle is here now. Means the distance from here to here is 200. Means A is equal to 200. A is keep on increasing A plus 2, A plus 2, A plus 2. Okay. First it increases 5 plus 2, 7. Then 7 plus 2, 9. Then 9 plus 2, 11. Then 11 plus 2, 13. So till it is reaches 199. When it is trying to reach 199 plus 2, that is 201, means 201, it will stop there because we have set a condition is A is less than 200. Okay, so this is where the while loop stop executing the lines of code. Okay. Yeah, Nataraj, why it happened means it was running in the background. That's why we got this error. Okay, not just clear. So yeah, this was about the while loop. Okay, so there's an announcement for you, please. This is a Python Pro course which is running on the app. Okay, so it's a premium course. Okay, which contains 23 sessions and every Thursday and Friday. Only 2 days in a week. Okay, and the timing of this course is 7 p.m. Okay, only 2 days in a week, which contain 23 sessions. Here we will learn Python Pro. Okay, from the introduction part till to the advanced part. Okay, we are going to work with the introduction, then we are going to work with the data types, different data types, list, strings, tuples, sets. Okay, now we are going to work with the objects, we are going to work with the functions. Okay, different things. We are going to work with the different advanced concepts of in this course. Okay, for every course, for every session, there will be quiz. Okay, there will be practice coding sessions. Okay, where you will get, and apart from that, what you will learn in this course means you will learn how to try different graphic patterns. You learn how to develop a rock paper scissors game. You're going to learn how to create a quiz game, and you are going to learn also how to develop a QR code application, and also you are going to learn how to use operators, arithmetic operators in Python to create the calculator application. Okay, so these all things you are going to learn in this Python Pro course, which is already running. Okay, so you can go to the practical app, you can click on the Python Pro, and you can enroll for this course. Okay, and to enroll for this course, you have to pay just all this comes in just 399 rupees only. Okay, and this course will run up to 3 months, up to December. Okay, this is October, November, December. So 3 months, only just 399 rupees only. So you have to enroll for this course on the practically app. Okay. Yeah. So this was the last session about this Python. Okay. These are the things which are basics of Python. Okay. If you're clear with this, then we can move to the advanced parts. Okay. So yeah. So I've been waiting for you people in the Python Pro course. So all of you enroll for this Python Pro course. Okay, and don't forget to share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the practical channel. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Kumar, you already have practical subscription. Yeah, very good. You can also enroll. If you have already practical subscription, then you can also enroll for this Python Pro course. You have to go to the coding plus plus section. In this coding plus plus section, you can click and there is a Python Pro. And there is a Python Pro window where we can click and we can enroll for this course. Okay. So, and after enrolling, don't forget to join it also. Okay, on every Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. in the evening. Okay. So that's it about today's session. Okay. I'll be waiting for you in the Python course. Okay. Till then, take care. Bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe.